Hello everyone, Dr. T here. In this presentation, I will briefly talk about social media marketing objectives. Whenever we are talking about a strategy, a roadmap, we should first discuss the final goal. Everything else is shaped around the attempts to achieve that goal. At a business setting, goals must be SMART. No surprises here. This acronym stands for how goals should be: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time delimited. That's why most goals are based on numbers, which allow managers to measure success. For instance, a social media marketing goal might be as simple as raising the number of Facebook friends by 15% in 6 months. It's easy to monitor a goal like this as well, which is a very critical component of management. So if you only see a 2% increase in 2 months, let's say, it's likely that you are doing something wrong because your goal is to have a 15% increase over 6 months. An objective like this is considered platform specific or campaign specific. Another such example would be increasing the sharing of blog content by 10% in 2 months. According to a survey, most popular social media marketing objectives include brand awareness, brand preference, lead or sales acquisition, customer loyalty, and customer service. Obviously, as a marketer, your goal is always to make the exchange happen, but it's not always easy to directly reach to that goal. There are earlier steps. That's why we can talk about different types of objectives. Mentioned here are exposure, engagement, influence, impact, and advocacy. Remember, exposure always comes first. You may remember this from the information processing chapter in your consumer behavior class. First comes exposure, then attention, and then perception. If your customers are not exposed to your message, basically if they don't see your message, all else is trivial. Think about Facebook, for instance. Do you think all of your friends see all of your posts? Of course not. Facebook uses an algorithm to show you the messages that it thinks you will find interesting. Now, how about Twitter? Do all of your followers see all of your tweets? No. Remember, tweets flow in your timeline chronologically, which means that if you're not in front of your screen when a tweet is posted, you are likely to miss it. Recently, though, Twitter changed its algorithm to show you a few tweets that you missed before you start scrolling down. Still, exposure is not a sure thing. Engagement is also a type of social media marketing objective. Engagement refers to the interaction readers make after being exposed to your content, including replying, reposting, or showing an emotion by liking or similar actions. In reality, most of the internet users are lurkers, not posters, just like that little kitten there. Your textbook calls this group spectators on page 46, which makes up 70% of the users in the US. So when your readers engage, there is a higher emotional investment, and oftentimes you want that. The difference between engagement and influence is that in the latter, you are able to influence your reader's attitude in a certain direction with your post. In the former, a dissatisfied customer may also engage with you. Now, oftentimes you like this as a marketer. You want disgruntled customers to reach out to you, not to other customers. But in this case, these customers engage with you in a public space, which makes things a lot more complicated. Also, when you set your goal as engagement, trolling may become a problem. Trolling is defined as making a deliberately offensive or provocative online post with the aim of upsetting someone or eliciting an angry response from them. As a social media manager, you should ask yourself, is this the right type of engagement you seek? It could be the case depending on the situation, but again, you should be cognizant of trolls. The fourth objective type is impact, which refers to attaining business results, not just influencing customer attitudes. For instance, in a current project that I'm working on right now, my co-authors and I are looking at the relationship between the content of online reviews and box office revenue. Ultimately, these business results are what you want. And finally, creating or identifying brand advocates who truly have a passion about a brand or a product is a goal for social media marketers.